You see what it's like when somebody just walks up with a mask? It's weird, isn't it?
I know.
Oddly disconcerting.
Glad I didn't do that.
All those Scream movies can't be wrong.
Hi everyone, TJ Omega from TJ Omega on YouTube or tjomega.org, and sitting beside me with the stop sign on is Flipshot.
Oh Lord, that's my cue.
So how has it been? It's been a long time since we saw you on TV.
I've been in retirement for almost 26 years now. Living in a home in Central Florida, it's been nice. I've been retired superheroing. It's overrated. Besides, you reach an age, you go, I shouldn't be wearing tights anymore. Leotards are out. That's bloody nice gin, that, by the way. It's very high quality. Sometimes they'll give you cheap poker, it's not the same. Go with the gin.
So, obviously there's someone under this mask, I hope.
Oh, God, you and me both, pal.
Oh my God!
Hello! Where am I? Hey, you're TJ! Hello! Hey, look at these lovely people. I must be in Florida.
Yeah.
Hello, Florida. How are
Back
you?
to Metrocon once again. We have my fancy interview cards. And
Fancy interview cards. Wait, I don't have fancy answer cards.
Well, since my audience clearly knows you, I've got about, I think, 10 hours worth of material on YouTube. Just a hobby. Just a hobby. I think we can dispense with the softball questions.
All right.
All right. So, my first one for you. The big trend in cartoons right now is you do a show in the 80s or 90s, you wait 20 years, they make it again, and hopefully you get your job back.
That's exactly how it works.
You have your entire Pantheon to pick from. One character that you want to do one more time.
One more time. This is all gonna be edited out later. It's gonna make me look really smart. I'm just gonna come up with answers like you wouldn't believe. It's cheating because it's already been bumped once, but I'd love to do Grumpy again. So he was 80s, then he was like, nah, then it was like the hand, and some things never go away. I'm just saying. I'll have better answers later, when I suddenly, like in a Tourette's-like fashion, start shooting words out of my mouth. You'll go, oh, right, with the magic of editing, we can make this all make sense. He's not living in the same time frame as we are. You guys are so quiet over there, you're driving me crazy.
How about something a little easier then?
It's not going to be math, is it?
No, only a little.
Okay.
What's the best line in The Princess Bride that doesn't begin with hello or inconceivable?
Everybody move! And the dread pirate rabbits, here for your soul. You take out those two lines, all of the other lines are the best lines in Princess Bride.
Oh yeah, the whole thing is quotable. Been quoting it all weekend.
When I found you unemployed in Greenland!
Oh God, one-man show here. Okay, we'll go the other end. How about this? Your dream role that doesn't exist. Like, I know you love the brain, but...
My dream role that doesn't exist? What if it doesn't exist? It can't be my dream
What if they
role
made
then?
this into a cartoon? What would you...
You know what's really weird is many years ago, I've never been a comic book fan. I got introduced to a comic book called The Tick. And I read The Tick, and I collected The Tick. I was working with Susan Blue, who's an amazing director out of LA. And I said, Sue, there's this comic book. It would make the greatest cartoon show in the world. Apparently, I was right. So they stole my mojo, stole my idea, and they made The Tick, and it was brilliant, and, you know, so that's what... There's so many things. I mean, anything that's brilliant, anything that's creative could be anything Terry Pratchett's ever written, I would love to work on. Just in case you're listening, Terry. Oh, boy, them all of them, everything. All of them. Worst answers ever.
Who takes over the world first, Voltar or the brain?
There's only one answer to that. What? I'm trying to hold an interview in here. If people are listening to me, for I will not be denied. For I am the mighty Voltar. Easy question.
Finally watched that show. I love that show.
Mm-hmm.
Other show I love, Beast Wars.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, we
it's
had to
a
call
cool
it
thing.
Beasties in Canada. Join Gumgollic and River Lemon, Ratty and all their chums tonight on Beasties.
Based on the legendary chemistry of Rat Trap and Dinobot. Do you find it easier to create chemistry between two characters when you control both characters, or is it something you truly need two actors to capture?
Well, if you really needed two actors to capture it, it wouldn't have worked on Beast Wars. For it was I and I alone. Excuse me there, Dino Boob. I believe that I had a little something to do with these discussions. One more crack like that mammal, and I will take you down the old-fashioned way. Brutally! You will need to see you try it there, Dino Boob. And the story goes on. Fancy. Welcome to my mind. Help me.
Sticking with the theme, I have something for you to see. I want you to take a look at this.
Is it a puppy? Oh, God. I'm wearing a coat.
I know.
And I have a lamp for a hand.
I'm showing a digital picture, so don't worry about the audience. But my question on the card is, why?
Am I wearing a coat in the studio?
Why do you look like the devil in a made-for-TV movie?
As a matter of fact, I am the devil in a made-for-TV movie. It's nice of you to ask me, Tyler. Yeah, my true identity is finally free. That's 8,000 years ago.
That's 1996, behind the scenes on Beast Wars.
Oh, that's Beast Wars. Wow. I had no hair.
No
I
hair?
had hair. I had a... Doesn't it look like my hand is the
Yeah.
lamp? It looks like a pirate. There should be a hook right
Like
here.
you're a Mega Man villain or something.
Yeah. Why I'm wearing a coat, I have no idea. I can tell you it was probably winter. It was a Vancouver winter. Clearly the sun had not been out for a very long time.
Everyone in there was casual in the video except for you. And it's like,
You know what? I have no explanation for this. I never dress up for anything. And I do. I look like the devil in a bed made for TV. You've stumped the panel, Tyler. I'm impressed. You have stumped the panel. You guys look like a retard.
I've just seen that picture for years, and I just got so curious. Scott.
Oh, sorry. I almost look. I look more
Yourself.
grown up then than I do now.
Okay. Also, something I'm curious about. You got to fight the Highlander.
Aye.
So as an Australian from Canada,
Of
playing as a
Scottish
Scotsman-
extraction.
Of Scottish extraction, back to playing as Scotsman. Did you really get to fight swords with Adrian Paul?
I did cross swords with Eddie Paul. What was weird about that, too, because he actually directed that episode. It was the first one that he had directed, so things were a little chaotic. I learned my half of the fight with my sword master. He learned his half of the fight with his sword master. We did not have time to rehearse or to block. We're using live steel. They went rolls, camera, and action. I'm going, I sure as hell hope he knows the same fight I know. Because they get tetchy if you behead the star of the show. Although I was playing a McLeod, and I figured there could only be one, so if I had taken his head, there might have been just a different story. But it was terrifying. You know, it opens with a big swing, double swing to the head, and you're going, if we're not playing the same fight here, one of us is going to get hurt.
Right.
And we bent steel, it was crazy. It was plus the black flies were stupid.
It's awesome, though. It was a cool fight.
How come if you're playing a transgendered person, you always drop your voice 2 octaves? I've never understood that, and it's true. I know straight people, gay men, everyone that does that. It's like, hi, my name is Vivian. It used to be Wendell. You would think it would go up. Sorry, random thought for the day.
What's the best episode of Red Dwarf?
Oh boy. I'm still pissed because they never made it to Fiji, man. They never had a chance.
They've got another season.
I know, I've heard that from you. I'm very excited. Oh boy. It's like saying, you know, what's your favorite Smartie in a box of Smarties? Again, I'll sit up at 4 o'clock in the morning going, it was the one with the... Oh, it's too late. I'm just going to tell you right now. Absolutely my favorite episode. And then we can just dub in whatever we want to later.
probably dub in polymorph because that's what it says in the card.
This is like a board game, isn't it? There's like correct answers
There was
written
a
on the
couple
card.
of Jeopardy questions in here.
Polymorph was good. Backwards was
I
good.
hooked her on backwards.
Yeah. See when cat goes to the bathroom? Never mind.
Okay. Now, in a large anime like Gundam Wing, and you'll play incidental roles, soldier. How do you approach all those little ones so that the same nameless soldier doesn't blow up?
Where's go, ha? Man number 37, see the role I was born to play. I give them complete backstory. I spend days, months, years even researching every role, making sure every nuance of the performance is completely accurate and true.
Bullshit! Generally, it's like, okay, don't make it sound like the other one. Can't do accents, can't change that, just... We fake it. It's all done on the fly. It's complete. It's all smoke and mirrors, I confess. We don't have a clue what we're doing in there. There's actually only 2 voices in the entire world. Everything else is pitched. But you didn't hear that from me.
Cut that out. We won't reveal the secret. This is a good segue. What is it about voice acting that attracts the mentally unstable?
We get to take the voices from the inside, and we get to put them on outside.
The mentally unstable, if they're treated professionally, spend most of their lives in small padded rooms screaming. What does a voice actor do? Difference is we get a paycheck. The difference between crazy and eccentric is how much money you have.
Right. So, on the subject of voice actors, who has been the most fun to work with?
Oh boy, I work with such an amazing crew of. It's always different on every show, right? It's not like there's them set. There's no such thing as the Ocean Group, okay? There are so many unbelievably talented and mostly just lunatic, crazy, funny people that I get a chance to work with every day. Is like Comedy Fest without the Ritalin, with kindergarten thrown in. Beast Wars was an amazing show to work on. League of Super Evil. Colin Murdoch is a genius. Lee Tokar is a genius. I have my moments. Our token gal, Tabitha St. Germain, is the freakiest of them all. That show is ridiculous. A lot of times we don't get work done because, like, they've had to stop production where I've been rolling on the floor in incoherent giggles, and I just could not stop. It's stupid how much fun we have. It's stupid. Some shows are a little more arduous, depending on the director, and some are very, and you've got clients, and everybody's like, well, could we have them do that? That show, they were wise enough to let us go, like to wind us up and just go. Half the stuff you hear probably may or may not have been in the script. It's just like, and it's stupid, and we get paid for it. It's retarded.
You can't say retarded on national television, Scott. Sorry.
It's goofy.
Well, I can't say that. Disney owns the rights to the word goofy.
Oh. Right. I'm
It's
gonna
nuts.
sue now.
Oh, the Planters people are going to be upset.
Okay, so we're going to do a bit of a lightning round here because I know my audience wants to hear your various lines and voices. So I'm just going to go through a bunch of lines that I'm curious if you remember or know. Simple first. What's your most requested line?
No!
That's easy. What's your favorite line?
I am not a cucumber.
Do you have one you would call your most difficult?
No. I don't even know what that meant.
Oh. Okay, from a man who's done everything from anime to biology cartoons, what is your strangest line?
How PG can we be? This was from a animated medical special about the transference of the HIV virus that was done years ago. And we were playing a bunch of HIV viruses on a little pirate ship, heading from bloodstream to bloodstream. And the great Long John Baldry, who is no longer with us, was playing our captain. And one of his lines was, perfect time to open the door.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Vaginal secretions How on earth did we end up in the vagina?
It was medical! Grow up, you people. Honest to God, you've never heard words before.
What was the most obscure line that you've ever gotten a request for?
Dude, it's so obscure. It's just the ultimate hipster line. Yeah, it's a really ironic line. You probably haven't heard of it yet. People ask me strange stuff. It's like, stuff I don't understand. It's like, first Transformers convention, somebody's like, say rigid grill structure. I'm like, or the one I still don't quite get is, the balls are inert.
It's from the other dub.
Ah, the other dub.
And the rigid grill structure is an old newsroom joke.
Well, of course. Who doesn't know that?
What's the one line that you like, but no one ever asks for?
I'm independent. Well, not if you don't mind my being a dentist.
Hermie, oh my God, Hermes gay elf. It's like, I never knew until I was adult. I went, dentist is a metaphor. But still my all-time favorite Christmas special.
Oh, yeah. Your first audition line.
My first audition line?
Mm-hmm.
I'll change the story a little bit to make the answer better. The first thing I had to say in an audition for the very first role I landed, which totally freaked me out, was, really? You want me to, okay. By the power of Grayskull, I have the power! It was like, I think I really like this job.
You could have been the strongest man in the universe. Let's go to the genesis of your entire career, Scott. What was the first line you were paid to read?
Technically, it might have been that, because in the New Adventures of He-Man, the very first episode, I was He-Man, and then they switched everything around. But I will tell you the first line that I don't remember the line. I honestly don't. But the character was Flipshot. Although, now that I think of it, it might have gone a little something like this. Guess that meaner. Oh, that's Hydrant's line. Mutants at 12 o'clock. Brilliance in acting. This is why I studied the greats, you know.
The funny thing is, that is one read by you, because it's straight up Silverbolt's voice, but it was done over the wrong character.
Really?
Really? So that's the first time we ever hear you.
Guess that means our date is off.
Now, yeah, I'm getting the wrap-up signal, so one last thing before we go. I want you to tell the audience why you've come back to Metrocon so many times, and why it's such a good place to come to. But, as you go, I want to hear voices. So,
You're so crazy. You made me do things that made me
I will have requests.
crazy. I come back to Texas.
Texas. That's the other hot and sweaty place. I just ruined my own segue.
Okay.
Cut and rewind. I'll tell you this, man. There's only one place where you can come off an airplane and somebody greets you by throwing 65,000 gallons of water on your head. That's here. That's Central Florida.
Wolverine.
There's people like Mary. There's people like everyone here. These are good people. Kind of people, I'm sorry to say, you don't even get in Canada.
Suezo.
Suezo.
Alright, just because I'm a giant yellow eyeball with no actual articulated mouth, I come here mostly for the sugar and the candy and all the crazy people.
Duo.
I don't know. Sometimes you can forget that you're the god of death. And it's like stepping into the biggest party in the world. And you go, wow, this is such an unlame way to party.
Lord Raptor.
Lord Raptor. I can't believe you remember him, man. He's from a long time ago. I just played a character on television almost exactly like that, actually, for a TV show called Psych. I come down because I like the water, and I like the food, and it's a place where I get to go, thank you, Cleveland! Ah!
Bone Steel.
Bone steel. Tell you what, I'll get in there and cack them turtles. These are people that nobody remembers. God damn, my head feels like it's gonna explode. So come down here and it's certainly ain't helping. But you know what? You get to the ponds down here. There's turtles everywhere. Turtles waiting to have their shells cacked.
Dr. Wiley.
Even Dr. Wiley is what prefers what it says on my business cards. Because from here, we are the farthest east, southernmost part of the United States of America. And this is the perfect place to plan to take over the world.
Dinobot.
I knew the time would come, Mammal, where you would ask me this. I can feel their hearts beating, the silence of the Floridian nights.
Grumpy Bear.
Oh, Frank dangling Dinobot. Just when I thought I was going to escape the interview, I gotta come back. I'd rather be tinkling with my fuzz jugglers, thank you very much. But you know what? You come out here, I'm all in a bad mood. 6,500 people turn around, give me the Care Bear stare. And what do you know? Everything feels good again. Plus that girl tickled my tummy.
Dinobot doing an impression of Grumpy Bear.
I hate you. I don't even like mammals. You were the one that agreed to do it. Your time will come. Frang, dangling, Biddlebot. I don't even know what a Biddlebot is. Just go with the script, you'll be fine. If one more of you mammals gives me the Care Bear stare, I'll have to take you out brutally! I didn't think he was that bad.
I don't think I can top that. I think we'll end it there. Thank you for sitting down with me.
Tell her you're very welcome, man.
Always
We
fun.
love you at home.
Bye.
He's gonna say bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay tuned. We got a lot more from Metrocon 2010 on this channel or website, wherever you're viewing it, and a lot more with him.
Have fun storming the castle. You ain't gonna work, it would take a miracle. Bye-bye now.
And scene.